Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to the most special lady in my life, my mom. My mom is, I'll let her tell you. Hey mom, say hi.
Hi,
Hi. How old are you, mom?
89.
89 years old. 89 years old. What do you think about your son? Is he is in sports and everything? Has he kept you happy? He kept you entertained in his sports?
Yes, yes.
Tell me about his sport. Tell me about tennis.
Well,
How did West start playing tennis?
he started playing tennis because I sent him to Davis School for recreation during the summer. And the recreation teacher there took him to Dudley Park where they play tennis. And that's where
Did
he
he want to
started.
play it first? Did he call it a little sissy sport? He thought it was a little sissy.
Oh, I don't know. He didn't really want to. Nobody else played but him, but he liked it and he
Once he started playing,
practiced.
once he started, once he started playing, did he what did he get? Was he any good?
But once he started, he was really good. He was really the best around when he started, because he used to go. He would leave the house like 8 in the morning, and he wouldn't come back to 7 in the evening. We had to go get him in the car, put his bike in the car, and bring him home because he played tennis every day, all day. So
And he never really did. He ever really take private lessons? He never.
none that I know of. I never.
How did?
We had they had tennis pro come to Cherry Hill for the children in Cherry Hill. And of course, we didn't live in Cherry Hill, so we weren't entitled for that. But I called someone, and they told me to bring Wesley out there. And he had this one lesson with this pro. And when he finished, I asked him, I said, "What do you think?" I said, "What you think he needs?" He said, "All he needs is just to keep practicing, that's all." He said he thought he was like number one, just keep practicing. So that's the only lesson that I've known he's had with a pro uh, tennis player.
What about his first tournament?
Oh well, his first, he he had a little problem because he was quiet, and it was mostly
You can say it.
mostly the white area, the white kids. He was the only black child there. They had a couple, I think, Indians, but he was the only black. And I sat there and I watched them. They were signed to a player who was going to play against him. And I sat there and watched them when they switched his player, which they weren't supposed to do, but they did it. They switched his player.
What's the best player
And
there?
so, huh?
To the best player
Yeah.
there?
No, they switched. So this guy beat Wesley.
Beat him bad too.
And so I said to Wesley, I saw it, and I was going to say something about it. And Wesley said, "Mom, don't say nothing." He said, "Because I'm going to play him again. The next time I'm going to beat him." And that's just what he did.
And
That's,
I told the guy it'd be about. I told the guy, I said, yeah, it'd be. I'll beat before the year. It took me a little bit longer than a year, but it was fun. What about basketball? What was something that West did? What was one of the things that West did that probably was bad for him that he probably shouldn't have done, but because he probably thought tennis and everything. What something about sneakers off the court?
well, one time he took his sneakers off on the court, which was
During the
kind
game?
during the game, which kind of went against him. And they called me up at home and was telling me about it. He had an attitude, and what Wesley was really a very good basketball player if he had concentrated on it. He was really an excellent basketball player. He could have went to the pros on that, but he didn't concentrate.
I didn't concentrate on basketball.
Not like you should have. Your mind was on tennis.
Yeah, but tennis
Your mom was
tennis
on
made me tennis.
And Howard University, when you when you left high school, you got
Different tennis scholarships offered
you
too.
got an offer to go to Northeastern for basketball, but Howard wanted you to start a tennis.
They had a tennis program on.
They wanted you to be a tennis coach.
They didn't want me to be a coach, a player.
That's what it-
How could I be a coach,
Okay,
Mom?
okay,
How could I be a
okay.
coach coming out of high school?
Okay, can you
Just keep going, Mom. You're fine. How could I be a coach coming out of high school?
Well,
Lots of a lot of schools, a lot
But
of
you had already went to. They wanted you at Howard, but you had already.
But I went to a lot of schools in basketball.
But you had already signed up and was going, because the man who stopped you about Howard, we were coming from the wedding. You had already went to Howard, had already signed up. We was
Going to Northeastern.
yeah going to Northeastern.
But so Wes has played tennis a long time, huh?
Well, I think it was about. I think.
Silly, Mom. Everyone, this
I
is
think-
my. Go ahead.
I think he was about 9 when he started.
They never put a racket down. Huh?
And from then on, because I can remember the first racket I bought him, I think it cost him like $3 and something. Bought this racket, and after that, the rackets was costing a lot.
When did he start? Did he?
Then he learned how to string rackets. So he was stringing his racket, and he was, and the other people he played with, he would do theirs. He had a little machine, and he learned how to string it.
So you introduced him to tennis.
Well, I thought that was a good thing for him, because in our area was nobody playing tennis. He was the only boy in that area that played tennis. Nobody, girl or boy, nobody played tennis. It wasn't introduced to the black kids in that area. They had nobody to tell them. And if it hadn't been for this particular man, can't remember his name, but he was the teacher, recreation teacher at Davis School. If it hadn't been for him, Wesley probably wouldn't have learned, because he was the one who started Wesley off with that.
All right, well, Mom, you're down here visiting us for Christmas, having fun. I'm getting on your nerves. You already said you're going to give me a spanking and just different things. I want to thank you for sharing a little bit of your experiences with your crazy son. But I just wanted to say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Mom.
Can you